Picture this, you're in New York City, sipping Ethiopian coffee, surrounded by the vibrant energy of the city. The coffee beans were grown in the highlands of Ethiopia, harvested by local farmers and then shipped thousands of miles to your local cafe. You're wearing jeans made in Bangladesh, where skilled workers stitched them together in a factory. These jeans traveled across oceans to reach you, passing through various hands and processes, and you're listening to K-pop on your phone assembled in China, a country known for its massive electronics manufacturing industry. The music itself, a product of South Korea's vibrant entertainment industry, has crossed cultural and linguistic barriers to reach your ears. That's globalization in a nutshell. It's the intricate web of connections that bind us together, making the world feel smaller and more accessible. It's the increasing interconnectedness of our world where people, goods, ideas and cultures crisscross the globe with unprecedented ease. Globalization isn't new. It's been happening for centuries, evolving and expanding with each passing era. Think of the Silk Road centuries ago, connecting east and west through trade. Merchants traveled vast distances, exchanging silk, spices and other goods, laying the groundwork for today's global trade networks. But today it's happening at warp speed, fueled by technology and turbocharged by the internet. Information, ideas and innovations spread across the globe in an instant, transforming how we live, work and interact. This interconnectedness has profound implications for every aspect of our lives, from the clothes we wear to the music we listen to, the jobs we do and the food we eat. It shapes our economies, cultures and even our identities. But with these opportunities come challenges. We face issues like economic inequality, cultural homogenization and environmental degradation. The benefits of globalization are not evenly distributed, leading to disparities and tensions. It's a complex and multifaceted phenomenon with both positive and negative consequences that we need to understand and navigate. By recognizing its impacts, we can work towards a more equitable and sustainable global future. Remember dial-up internet, snail mail, waiting weeks for a package? Yeah, me neither. Technology has shrunk our world, making communication and transportation faster and cheaper than ever before. The internet, social media, smartphones, these are the engines of globalization. They allow us to connect with anyone, anywhere in real time. Businesses can operate across borders, students can access information from around the world, and families can stay in touch despite geographical distance. This technological revolution has been a key driver of globalization, breaking down barriers and creating unprecedented opportunities for collaboration, innovation, and cultural exchange. Globalization's impact on the global economy is undeniable. Over the past few decades, the world has become increasingly interconnected, with countries and businesses forming complex networks of trade and investment. It's led to cheaper goods, increased trade, and a wider variety of products available to consumers. This interconnectedness has allowed businesses to expand their reach beyond their home countries, tapping into new markets and opportunities. New markets for businesses to tap into have emerged, fostering innovation and competition. Companies can now source materials and labor from different parts of the world, optimizing their production processes and reducing costs. Think about it. Your clothes, electronics, even your food, chances are they've been touched by globalization. The global supply chain has made it possible for products to be designed in one country, manufactured in another, and sold worldwide. This interconnectedness has brought many benefits, but it also comes with challenges. While globalization has created opportunities for growth and development, it has also highlighted disparities between different regions and communities, but not everyone benefits equally. The gains from globalization are not evenly distributed, leading to significant economic and social inequalities. While some countries and corporations have prospered, enjoying increased wealth and development, others have struggled to keep up. Many small businesses and workers in less developed regions face significant challenges in competing with larger, more established entities. This has led to concerns about job losses in developed countries, where industries have moved operations overseas in search of cheaper labor. Exploitation of workers in developing countries, where labor laws may be less stringent, and widening inequality are pressing issues that need to be addressed. It's like a game of musical chairs. Some are left standing when the music stops. The competition for resources and opportunities can leave many behind, struggling to find their place in the global economy. Addressing these inequalities and ensuring that globalization benefits everyone is crucial for a more just and equitable world. By working together, we can create a global economy that is inclusive and fair, providing opportunities for all. Remember that Ethiopian coffee in New York City? Or the K-pop blasting through your headphones? Globalization is like a giant cultural blender, mixing and mashing traditions, values and ideas from every corner of the globe. This cultural exchange can be enriching, exposing us to new perspectives, art forms, cuisines and ways of life. It broadens our horizons, challenges our assumptions and fosters greater understanding and tolerance. But it also raises concerns about cultural homogenization, where dominant cultures overshadow and even erase local traditions. Finding the balance between celebrating diversity and preserving unique cultural identities is a key challenge in our globalized world. Section 5. One World, Many Voices, Globalization and Cultural Identity. In a world where borders feel increasingly fluid, how do we hold on to our unique identities? This question becomes more pressing as we navigate the complexities of a globalized society. The blending of cultures can be both enriching and challenging, offering opportunities for growth while also posing risks to cultural heritage. Globalization's impact on culture is complex and often contradictory. It brings people together, fostering understanding and cooperation, yet it can also create tension and conflict as different cultural values and practices intersect. On the one hand, it can lead to cultural homogenization, a kind of McDonaldization of culture, where global brands and trends dominate, sometimes at the expense of local traditions. This phenomenon can be seen in the proliferation of fast food chains and global fashion brands, which often overshadow local businesses and traditional practices. On the other hand, globalization can also fuel cultural heterogenization, a vibrant mix and match of cultures. This dynamic exchange can lead to the creation of new cultural expressions and innovations as people adopt and adapt elements from different traditions. It allows us to sample and adopt aspects of other cultures, creating new hybrid forms of music, fashion, art, and even language. This cultural fusion can be seen in the popularity of fusion cuisine, where chefs blend ingredients and techniques from various culinary traditions to create exciting new dishes. Think K-pop, which blends Korean pop with Western influences, or the global popularity of yoga originating in India. These examples highlight how cultural elements can transcend their origins and gain new meanings and significance in different contexts. Globalization allows us to celebrate our differences while recognizing our shared humanity. It encourages us to appreciate the richness of diverse cultural expressions, while fostering a sense of global community and interconnectedness. By embracing both the unique and the universal, we can build a more inclusive and harmonious world. Section 6. The pushback resistance to a borderless world. Globalization, for all its benefits, isn't a free ride. It creates winners and losers, and those who feel left behind often push back. This resistance can take many forms, from protests against trade deals seen as unfair to the rise of nationalist sentiments and calls for protectionist policies. Some argue that globalization erodes national sovereignty, giving too much power to multinational corporations and undermining local jobs and industries. Others fear the loss of cultural identity as global trends homogenize local traditions. This pushback highlights the need to address the negative consequences of globalization and ensure that its benefits are shared more equitably. Section 7. Globalization and new everyday effects. Think globalization is some abstract concept that doesn't affect your daily life? Think again, it's in the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the music you listen to, and the way you communicate with the world. That smartphone you're glued to, it's a product of a global supply chain, with parts sourced from numerous countries. The coffee you had this morning, chances are it was grown in one country, roasted in another, and shipped to your local cafe. Globalization shapes our choices, our opportunities, and our worldview. It's a force that connects us all, for better or for worse. Section 8, the future of globalization, navigating a connected world. So what's next for globalization? Will it continue to accelerate, shrinking our world even further? Or are we witnessing a retreat from globalization, a return to more localized economies and cultures? The answer, as with most things, is complex. The COVID-19 pandemic, for example, exposed the vulnerabilities of interconnected global supply chains, prompting some to call for more regionalization. The future of globalization will likely involve navigating a delicate balance between reaping its benefits while mitigating its risks. Section 9. Conclusion. Embracing the good, addressing the bad. Globalization, like a runaway train, is full of momentum. It's neither inherently good nor bad, but a powerful force that shapes our world in profound ways. It's up to us to harness its potential for good, fostering collaboration, innovation and cultural exchange, while addressing its downsides, inequality, exploitation and cultural homogenization. By promoting fair trade, protecting workers' rights, celebrating diversity and engaging in thoughtful dialogue, we can create a more just, equitable and vibrant world for all.